Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Lakewood's Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Keegan Cunningham, and I'm here with my co-host.
Christian Millie, yo.
And today we will be discussing our top 5 favorite rappers and our top 5 candidates for the best rappers of all time. So we'll start with our five favorites, well, 5 personal favorites, and then move on to our top 5 candidates for the best rappers of all time. Now to start this, I'll start with my 5th favorite rapper of all time. So not best. I just like him. This might actually be my most controversial pick in the whole video, which is funny because it's my favorites and people shouldn't care what I like, but whatever.
Nah. Opinions can be wrong. Let's see.
My 5th favorite rapper of right now, at least, is he helped me get into the genre. Him and honorable mention to Joyner Lucas, because he did help me get into the rap genre. I went to a concert of his. It was quite the fun time, wouldn't you say so, Chris?
Yeah, I rock with it.
Yep. But my actual number 5 spot is the man who got me into the rap genre, Hopsin.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna drop Denzel there.
No.
Denzel's gonna be number
We're gonna see Denzel later. Trust me.
He's gonna be number one.
Yeah, but even though Hopsin's done a lot of stupid things in his career and dissed people that definitely didn't deserve it, he got me into the genre. The like ferocious way he like raps, and some of his bars are really good. He's really good at roasting people. And he just has a pretty cool aesthetic, like the white eyes, the skateboard, and the rebel vibe. I mean, he's kind of hasn't done anything in years, but for a time he was pretty cool there. That's my number 5 spot, though. What about you, Chris?
What's it like? What 4 years since Illmind? What is that?
Illmind 9?
9?
Yeah, that was a lot. It's been like 4 or 5 years, I think.
No, he was going through a tough time during Illmind 9.
Yeah, he was.
Fine.
The second he started seeing his son again, though, I'm guessing the demons quieted out.
He started seeing his son again?
Yeah, he got to take visits to Australia.
That took it off right there. Bro didn't care about the music anyway. He was like, oh, uh-oh. I got to see my son. So,
yeah. I mean, I think he did a song called "Alone with Me" like 2-3 years ago, but that one was also like just all right.
Top 5. Number 5. I'm gonna go honorable mention to Tupac. Not Tupac. No,
I was gonna say it.
that was a brain fart. My now. My bad.
Bro didn't even make the top 5.
I meant to say Snoop Dogg. My bad.
Oh,
I don't know why my brain just blanks like that and said a completely different name than I was thinking. Yeah, honorable.
Snoop for 5 though.
No, honorable. That's my honorable mention.
Oh wow, not even in your top 5.
Yeah, nah, he's
Wow.
like my top 5. You know what? I'm gonna go. This is a random poll. Give me Shorty.
Shorty.
Yeah, that's my favorite. He's a Baltimore rapper. He's a little underrated in my opinion, but I can listen to him like all day.
Yeah, and just not get tired of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very surprising for a lot of people because if you hear, a lot of people don't like.
Yeah, I think he showed me a song of his. I think I liked it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on my like. This is my not all time greats. This is just my favorites. So,
Okay, yeah.
give me Shorty. Yeah.
Okay. So that was your 5th favorite. My 4th favorite is this was a relatively easy pick, just because like when I listen to his music, it's very rare for me to not like something he does. Or at least back in the day, like he's not really doing as much now. My 4th favorite rapper is 50 Cent.
That's a pretty good.
Yeah, I just love all of his productions. They just, especially some of his older stuff, they just have like such power, and his flow is always pretty good. And he collaborated with a lot of cool people. He was pretty tight with Eminem for a while, and slight honorable mention also to the game for the spot, because he kind of just copied 50 Cent's thing but made it a little more gangster. So whenever I hear the two, I just think of it. Then I'm like, oh, I want to listen to more 50 Cent, but I ran out. Oh, there's the game.
I always tell you about that. That first album is completely pretty much it's literally no written. That is a 50 Cent written album. That's literally just 50 Cent's pretty much.
What was the song? Hate It or Love It was on both of their albums that released at that time. They were working together a lot.
50 pretty much wrote that album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your number 4 spot though, Chris.
Number 4. This is like going off favorites, so I'm gonna say Andre 3000.
Ooh, good pick.
Yeah. And since you put in there, yeah, I guess he kind of shares the spot with Big Boy, but I'm gonna just say Andre 3000. Then I'm gonna just go straight Andre.
Yeah, that's respectable. You won't see Andre in you'll see Andre on my list later. Now on to our number 3 spot, right? That's where we're. Yep. Okay. My number 3 is for favorite is my glorious king off of my favorite hip hop group, Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest. I love his flow is amazing. Anytime he features on anyone, like the Thank You song with Kanye and Busta Rhymes, amazing. He has great flows, really good productions, and he's worked with a lot of people. Just
I'm
massive respect.
Kind of terrified here. Actually, I kind of want to move my list around a little.
Oh, okay. What do you want to change?
I'm gonna move Shorty down to my honorable mention, and move Andre 3000 down to the where is he at now? He's
5. But yeah, you said he was 4.
Yeah, he would be in the same spot.
Oh, okay.
So Shorty just gets swapped out to I would move everyone down one. So, as per se, this would be my number 4 spot. Would be swapped. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because I know who I want at my 1 and 2.
Okay.
To give me the 4 spot is now J. Cole. No, not J. Cole. J.I.D.
Okay, I was so confused.
J.I.D. Yeah, give me J.I.D. at the 4th spot.
Okay, J.I.D. for 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on my 3 spot, put J. Cole.
Okay, and that's your 3 spot, J. Cole?
3 spot.
What? I thought that was your favorite rapper. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my little segment. For my 3 spot, I said Q-Tip. However, I want to throw out an honorable mention to Nas here, because I've listened to so much of his stuff, and I always like if I'm ever listening to a playlist and I see Nas and Q-Tip come up, I get equally excited when I see them. So I'll just throw Nas here for number 3 favorite honorable mention.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And your number 3 was J. Cole. Would you like to expand on that?
I listen to a lot of J. Cole, but like as I get older, I kind of like I don't know. I listen to a ton of his albums, but it's just my last 2 spots are so hefty that it's like I kind of felt like I had to move them. Not even, yeah, because I feel like J.I.D. needed to be in there, and Andre 3000 needed to be in there. But I'm thinking about like how much I listen to them in terms of favorites. So that is currently why that list kind of shifted.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I get it. Okay, so I'll go on to my number 2 favorite spot now. Actually, wait, before I go into that, I'm really surprised J. Cole is not your number 1 spot. Like, I always thought that was your favorite rapper. I've heard you say that he was your favorite rapper.
You're gonna be pretty surprised at my last 2.
Okay, clear. Okay, moving on though. My number 2 favorite spot, relatively easy pick for me. I put Tupac, just because I just enjoy everything he does. Really, like there's really very few other artists besides like Kendrick Lamar, Cole, probably a few other people I'm forgetting that can just like make these great bangers, these great bops, and these really introspective like lyricist stuff that can like usher in change and get people to think about stuff in society. And any rapper who can do that is just automatically amazing. And I think Tupac is the best example of rappers who can do that. But I'll get back to that later.
Yeah, fair enough.
Number 2, Chris?
Give me Juice WRLD at number 2.
Oh, that's a surprise.
I probably listen to a lot of J. Cole because he still makes music. But Juice WRLD, Goodbye and Good Riddance. There we go. Like I can listen to all 3 of those albums like top to bottom, and he's really like my comfort artist. Whenever I get a little sad or I'm like kind of under the weather,
yeah,
I pop him into the jukebox. That's
so like a bit of a comfort rapper. Like you just listen to him when you, yeah.
Like J. Cole, he's like my probably I would say he probably is my most played. Relatively, other than my number 1 spot. But I do listen to I've been listening to Juice WRLD for a very, 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 very long time, and I've been listening to him top bottom since before he even died. So Juice WRLD, yeah, for sure.
Respectable pick. All right, now for my number 1 favorite. You guys are never gonna guess this. Chris, would you like to guess who this could be?
Now I'm actually scared because you lied.
What do you mean I lied?
You lied.
How did I lie?
You said I would see 3 stacks later. You did not
see who?
Andre 3000.
Oh yeah. You'll see him later.
And I'm looking for as well Denzel. as well as Kendrick.
Mhm.
Those are 3 picks I'm looking for. So
So who do you think's my favorite?
your favorite? I think you're gonna give it to Denzel, even though I think you love Kendrick, and I think you think Kendrick is one of the best. I just don't think that you're gonna put Kendrick at number one.
You, my good sir, are right. It is Denzel Curry. Yeah,
I knew it. I knew it. I see. I
like
know my twin, man.
I love Denzel Curry like so much. He's easily my favorite rapper. Like no, seriously, Denzel's
Get toasted.
an amazing lyricist. Has great productions. He's only really made one song I don't like, and it's called "Got Me Geeked." Other than that, I've liked literally everything else he's ever done. He has amazing features. He does great hooks when he features. Um, just overall, definitely my favorite rapper. And I just went to an amazing Denzel Curry concert. It was great. And definitely the best concert I've been to so far. So little flex there. All right, Chris. Now let's hear about your number one favorite.
Number one. Oh my God. I already know who my number one is. I want you to guess who my number. You know.
This might be a trick answer, but is it Pharrell Williams?
No, it is not.
Okay, yeah, he was more of a producer anyway.
Yeah.
Huh. I feel like you've used all your big ticket items.
No, I have not.
2 Chainz?
No. Okay. So you're not gonna get it.
Okay, who is it?
Wake up, Mr. West. Mr. West.
Oh, really?
Kanye at the number one spot, man. I love Kanye.
Wow.
Yeah, I love
Very
West.
very
Not
respectful.
Ye.
Well, we do not. Let us be clear. We do not support Ye within the past six years of his existence. But he used to make really good music, guys.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I still listen to Vultures, but whatever he drops next, I might not listen to.
Yeah.
I gotta lie.
But more than valid pick. Kanye is obviously one of the best musical artists to exist until he died 6 years ago. But
until he died 6 years ago is crazy.
But yeah, really amazing pick that. Now we get to move on to the more stressful list of the two because this is our pick for.
Really?
For me, it's more stressful. Good. This is our pick for our top 5 candidates for best rappers of all time, and just like our favorites, we'll be starting with number 5 and moving up.
The placement is the only hard part for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with an honorable mention, because like I really I was tempted to put him on the list, but he's I don't know, like he's not really like he's kind of like a Pharrell Williams, you know. I feel like he produces more than he raps and stuff like that. So just an honorable mention, just because of how influential he was to the culture, how iconic he was. Like just the sheer resume is undisputable. The little Dr. Dre honorable mention, like there's just so much there between NWA, Eminem. Like you got to at least usher his name.
Fair.
Yeah,
that's a fair pull. Okay.
Yeah. Now for my actual number 5 spot, I put a lot of thought into this actually, and because for a while I was really trying to think like, okay, I'm in love with like my top 4, like I'm keeping those top 4 no matter what, but it took me a while to figure out 5, but then like I went back and I listened to some old stuff, and I think I chose a pretty solid pick, at least like balancing like on how good I think they are and actually enjoying them.
Yep.
So my pick for number 5 was Nas. Undeniably iconic and talented, and has such a resume. I mean, he features on the final chapter in Biggie's album, the infamous from Mobb Deep, and of course made one of the best hip hop albums of all time, Illmatic. Like his resume speaks for itself, and I just think he's genuinely an amazing rapper. Nas's beef with Jay-Z is I think definitely one of the best beefs in the hip hop history, and both Jay-Z and Nas's disses towards one another were amazing. But Nas's diss Ether is my personal favorite diss of all time, and I think it's my candidate for also best diss, just because I love the way he eviscerates Jay-Z on that diss. And you know, he just has some bars there, like name a rapper that I didn't influence. You know, he just really just shows off his influence in that song, and overall great artist, so that is why I put him at my number 5 best spot.
See, this is actually very hilarious. Okay, so for my honorable mentions, I have 2.
Okay.
And these are crazy too, but give me Biggie and give me Jay-Z.
Nice.
My 2 honorable mentions. And at the number 5 spot, it's actually hilarious. We have the exact same. I've given Nas at number 5. I feel like his overall, like, where's the J. Cole? No, Nas wrote the Bible.
Yeah.
Nas is definitely like one of the most influential rappers ever. So I think, and his lyricism was really, really
Yeah,
ridiculous.
definitely.
So I think give number 5 to Nas. Yeah,
I'm glad we agree on that.
that's crazy. That's
I
why I was like,
these next four are going to be easy then, because that was the only one I was somewhat stressed about. My number 4 spot. Now I would like to preface this by saying I would put him in my number 3 spot above number 3. However, I know this artist has more to show us in the future. Like he's not done with his career. I feel like he's got a lot more good stuff to show us. So I have no doubt in 5 years' time he'll absolutely be in the number 3 spot. But as of right now, I'm gonna let him cook a little more before I bump him up. My number 4 spot is Kendrick Lamar. I mean, what do I even need to say? Mr. Halftime Show himself, Mr. 5 Grammys in one night off one song, like amazing lyricist. Like honestly, probably our modern day equivalent in hip hop to what Tupac was in the '90s. Like he's just amazing, and yeah, I don't even need to say any more on that.
see, that's a great pull. Give me, yeah, I'll go Kendrick.
Oh, you're going Kendrick for 4 too?
You're gonna hate me for this though.
Oh no.
Give me Kendrick, then honorable mention of Drake.
Oh my God.
That is a crazy pull. I have to. Drake's like influence 2009, 2010. Even like the amount of great albums I feel that Drake has is just like, yeah, it's unmatchable. I feel so. I gotta go Drake for the number 3 spot at the
Honorable mention. Yeah.
honorable mention.
Okay. Well, that was number 4.
That was number 4. Yeah.
Okay. All right. For my number 3 spot, undeniably influential and iconic, truly like one of the greatest to ever be in the industry. And just has an amazing album and track history. Just influence across the genre, and opening up the genre to lots of people who previously dismissed it or like wouldn't listen to it for a number of reasons. My number 3 spot is Eminem. I mean, I think he should definitely be in everyone's. Like, I can understand why you wouldn't put him in the top 5, but like, he should be heavily considered when making your top 5.
I was thinking Eminem as well. M is great. M makes great music. I think his lyricism is very, very, very high up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely would put him as one of the greats. It's so hard because after like there's so many artists and so many rappers.
Yeah, there is.
I'm really like fathoming through my brain and like scrummaging for who I would say what. You know what? Actually, this is actually crazy. I'm gonna do another swap. I did a swap in the first round. I'm gonna do a swap again. Yep. Give me Eminem at the 4 spot. Give me Eminem at the 4 spot, and then I'll move Kendrick up
to 3.
3.
Yeah.
I'll move that there like that. Yeah.
I heavily thought about putting Kendrick above Eminem, but I feel, as of right now, I feel like Eminem's got a bit more history on him, but I have no doubt in 5 years Kendrick will have made up that history.
Actually, I want to add even a third honorable mention to my original, like, that didn't make the list.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm going to go J. Cole again. Like, okay. I always think about it like this. Okay, so in Naruto, there is something. This is a little bit of a tangent, but it makes sense.
Bear with him.
In Naruto, there is a thing where there's pretty much, like, they're all reincarnations of these. The original brothers are Ashura and Indra, and then it moves on to Madara and Hashirama, and then it moves on to Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah.
And in my mind, the way that kind of works, and I find it so hilarious that my list ends up the way it is. I always look at Jay-Z, Biggie, and Jay-Z, Biggie, and J. Cole are all on the same side of the coin, kind of. And then I always look at it on the other side of the coin. I would either say Kanye and Nas are interchangeable, but I would say Tupac,
Kenny,
Kendrick, yeah, yep, and kind of like that Kanye and Nas thing. Like I said, I often think that Kanye is on that other end of the coin up until recently.
Died 6 years ago. Very tragic.
I really like to think that he's on the other side of the coin there, but I don't know.
I actually understand what you're saying though, like Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas. I mean,
yeah, because the Biggie against Tupac, put Biggie against Tupac.
Yeah,
if you put Kanye against Jay-Z.
And Kendrick against Cole.
Kendrick against Cole. Like, I feel like that's kind of like,
it doesn't, like, I don't know how else to describe it, but that just it feels right.
like I said, it feels like reincarnated, like over and over again.
Yeah.
Not that they're the same, but they're all on the same side of the coin. Like,
Yeah.
like they're all the three pathogens. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna add J. Cole to my honorable mentions at the bottom there with Biggie, Jay-Z, and
Okay. Wait, so what was your number 3 spot again?
number 3 spot is gonna be, I'm gonna give that Kendrick.
Kendrick. Okay. All right, moving on to my number 2 spot. Now, told you I wasn't a liar. Andre 3000. Through his undeniably amazing work with Outkast, which was both like, an amazingly like big and like popular thing that a lot of people like saw. Like it was mainstream, but it was mainstream and also like really good and had a lot of meaning behind it. Even their biggest song, like Hey Ya, like yeah, you'll like hear it anywhere you go, like on the radio. It's been somewhat commercialized, but the very lyrics of the song is like y'all don't even want to hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like even like at their like most commercial, they're still have stuff to say, and for that they get like infinite respect. Amazing lyricism, amazing bop songs, and overall just amazing. Andre definitely belongs on the top 5.
We match creative thought process once again. I'm gonna give it to Andre 3000 at that number 2 spot. Yeah.
Yep.
He's definitely, as well as he introduced the South to music, and now the South. The funny part is now the South runs, I would say, relatively runs music up until recently, with Kendrick's kind of passed by. Other than that, the South has been pretty much running music. You can think of like the biggest artists have all been from relatively like Atlanta. Like has been the biggest producer, like from 21 Savage to Young Thug, Rich Homie Quan. All of those artists kind of come from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Lil Baby, all those artists are from there. So I would say even just like the South in general, North Carolina being Da Baby, and just artists, like I said, I feel like the biggest artists have all kind of spawned out of the southern regions now. And that's all thanks to, Andre 3000. Like he even said at the BET Awards, y'all don't like the South? They were the only people from the South that at that awards ceremony that had even won an award. So it was like, it shows like how it was originally just East Coast, West Coast, and then South got entered into that kind of conversation due to Outkast's influence. So I feel like, I want to throw him in there, but yeah. So I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I'm gonna say Andre 3000. Now my ending one is where it really gets very tricky. So I'm gonna leave Andre 3000 in. No honorable mention to go alongside him.
Okay. Now, moving on to my number 1 spot. Kind of like I didn't even write much for this. Like I've got a little notes thing I'm looking at, but like I didn't even need to write anything for this. My number 1 spot for best rapper of all time is Tupac. Like between lyricism, change he ushered in, just I've already spoken this a bit earlier, but okay, bit of a random side tangent. But I remember one time I was like kind of in my feelings, getting like angry about stuff, and I was like, man, I wish that like if Tupac didn't die, like he could have really changed the world. And I said this to I said this to my mom, and then my mom looked confused, and she looked at me and she's like, "Do you think he didn't change the world?" And I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, I guess he did, kinda, yeah." Yeah. So I already spoke a bit on him earlier, but like that's just such an easy pick for me.
Number 1 spot for me personally is split between 2 people.
Okay.
Tupac and Kanye. I'm sorry. Kanye is, bro, because the same changes, like although Tupac probably, like, I would say Tupac influence-wise definitely changed a lot, but I would say influence-wise and style of rap, and even Kanye did it. Even like
I'd say in terms of music, there might be an argument that Kanye had more influence, but I'd say in terms of like culture and change,
definitely Tupac. I would say music-wise, I would give it to Kanye.
Yeah.
In terms of change, and then I would say culture-wise, definitely Tupac. Tupac is like ran through the culture. So I would say, yeah, those two. That's my 2 at the number 1 spot. I don't want to give it to either one. I would say that's how I would differentiate it. Culture-wise, Tupac.
Yeah.
Music-wise, Kanye.
Respectable pick, as you know, because we do acknowledge that Kanye did die 6 years ago. It's made no music sense. It's quite sad.
Even with like the style of like sad rap music, and like even the style of like how we do it and stuff like that, it's all due to that 808s and Heartbreaks album. So
Yeah.
it's just like it can all date back. The music can all date back. I feel like influentially back to Kanye.
I mean,
I feel like even then, I feel like the lyricism can also derive back to a lot of Tupac as well.
yeah.
And then I feel like the culture-wise, it derives back to Tupac as well. So it's definitely there. But even then, you look at fashion and stuff, it still derives to Kanye. So like they both really have like they're very close in hands and where like their like influentiality onto the music genre in general.
I will say this on Kanye. I didn't include him on my top 5 just because like top 5 best because like he would definitely be in my top 10 best. Just because all the stuff he's doing, man. Like I feel like there's a difference between an artist like Eminem, for example, who used to make a bunch of really good stuff, and nowadays they'll drop an album and it's like, you know.
Yeah.
But then you have Kanye, who drops like an album that, not only isn't great, but while he's doing that, he's like preaching some genuinely harmful things. That
I don't think Vultures was bad. I don't think his last album was
Vultures
bad.
too.
I haven't even listened.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
And Vultures 1 was it was all right. It was all right.
well, Vultures 2, he didn't. I would say the thing about Kanye is a lot of the songs that we were waiting for on Vultures, he didn't even drop. So we were supposed to get a Vultures 3, but I don't think.
However, I will say this in for Kanye's case, he I feel like he really broke down a lot of walls for rappers nowadays because like like you go back maybe a decade or so, and I'm not gonna pretend hip hop's always been like an underground indie genre because that's just not the truth. However, it wasn't always as publicly accessible, and even to this day, you'll try to play certain songs at a function and it's just not gonna work well for you. It's just because it's like, oh, we don't want to hear that, we want to hear something nice. I feel like Kanye really broke down like a lot of walls, like especially with his Graduation album. Lots of his songs became super commercial and they were like super well made and got people who maybe didn't listen to rap as much before into the genre. So
everybody loves.
He gets
Kanye,
props
man.
for that.
Everybody loves Kanye West. Now, yay!
Not that thing.
Now that man, I don't know, but everybody loves Kanye West. Kanye West is the GOAT, man. So
I'm actually pretty happy with our list, Chris.
I think
we didn't argue as much as I thought we would.
Yeah. No. Speed round. Top 3 producers.
No. But number 3, Pharrell Williams.
What? Number 3, Mustard.
Number 2, Metro Boomin.
Number 2, Timbaland.
Number 1, Dr. Dre.
Number 1, Pharrell Williams.
Well, quick little thing I forgot. Honorable mention to us some hip-hop groups, such as Wu-Tang Clan, Tribe Called Quest, NWA, who were undoubtedly extremely influential and some of the greatest to ever do the genre. However,
you dare forget Outkast and Goody Mob.
Oh, Outkast and Goody Mob. My bad. Well, I already mentioned Andre, so that's why I didn't say Outkast. But yeah. So just a quick shout out to those little groups. And with that being said, that about wraps up our discussion on our top 5 favorite rappers and best rappers candidates and 3 producers.
Thank you.
I was your host, Keegan Cunningham, here with
Khristian Miller.
And we'll see you guys next time where we do what we do.
Thank you.
Peace.